32 hours Emirates First Class. Emirates is among the most famous aviation brands in the world, and the airline doesn't only rank in the first places, but with more than 120 Airbus A380s, it's also got the largest fleet of the super jumbo, and they even use it on short routes. Emirates First Class on the Airbus A380 is often considered the pinnacle of luxury in the skies, with chauffeur service, gourmet cuisine and first-class suites with doors and even an onboard shower spa. But do they offer the full program on all flights? And what are the differences between short and very long flights? And how luxurious is the first-class lounge in Dubai? So many questions, and we'll find all the answers in this series, and today we start with a short flight across the Arabian Peninsula. So join me on this flight on Emirates First Class in the Super Jumbo from Cairo to Dubai. Before we're really getting started, here's a few impressions and important information about Cairo Airport, where I arrived just in the last moment.
Well, I almost thought I would not make it because first the driver missed the right terminal, then we went all around the complete airport again, at least 20 minutes, and then there's security before the check-in area and nothing like fast or anything. It's super messy. And well, now there's like the masses and masses of people trying to check in here to Dubai.
The elegance of this impressive plane has nothing to do with what happened at the same time in the check-in hall. And even though they were not incredibly welcoming, I would not have made it without the fast first-class check-in. On my sprint to the gate, let me just give you a quick overview of the Emirates Lounge in Cairo. Apart from a few Egyptian pictures on the wall, the lounge looks like almost all Emirates lounges in the world, with the same design and also with the same large chairs. The lounge is accessible to business and first-class passengers and gold and platinum status holders. Currently, there's only a limited cold buffet. Everything else is served at your seat.
Well, after endless spaces in this airport of walking and walking, I'm finally arriving in a place so nice on the second floor, because I have two gates here only for the Airbus A380, and yeah, suddenly everything is silent and nice, and that's a nice goodbye. I'm pretty sure I come back again to Egypt.
Actually, I only flew to Cairo to start my trip to Canada with another flight instead of directly from Dubai. More about this miles magic at the end. But in just 3 days I experienced so much in Cairo. I reviewed 2 exciting hotels. I was in the new Egyptian museum with the pharaoh mummies. I sailed alone on the Nile in the evening, and I saw the pyramids for the first time, and that with almost no other tourists around. Really amazing.
Just so happy that I'm gonna be on this amazing plane again. Look, there it is. I cannot believe I'm on this wonderful bird again.
And through this jetway we're entering our Super Jumbo. Of course you're greeted very friendly at the door and taken to your seat, but I already know where it is, at the very front left. And as soon as you sit down, the service begins, starting with a hot towel.
Thank you so much. The hot towels are back again, and it's just very nice. I know we have that at home too, but it's just so much nicer.
Especially on shorter flights, it's really worth boarding early, because Emirates' pre-departure service is very special, with dates, Arabic coffee and Dom Perignon champagne.
Thank you so much. Well, after 3 crazy full but really crazy exciting days in Cairo, I'm finally here. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also curious how it's gonna be, but I have a really good feeling. And well, I can only say thank you for following me, for joining me, and I'm just beyond happy that I'm here and grateful, and I just say cheers. Thank you for being here. When on Emirates, it's always quite impressive when they say how many languages are spoken on board. And today they said they have 16 languages spoken on board. And also the flight attendants come from 16 different countries. So that's quite impressive, I would say. And I guess you can just communicate quite well here, no matter where you're from. After the hot towel service and before the champagne, they served 3 kinds of Arabic dates, and Arabic coffee is served in the traditional way. Very nice.
And that you have to. Shall I?
Yes, please. Thank you so much. And another fact that I just learned right now is that the coffee cup with Arabic coffee should always be filled half. Because when it's filled half, you can always ask for more in the Arabic culture. And once they fill it really up full, you better don't ask for more. Well, and actually this Arabic coffee is not really strong as we know it, but it's rather light actually, and very nicely aromatic with cardamom in this case. Very nice to drink, a light drink, like refreshing, activating also, and very nice with dates, of course. Well, as most of you probably know, Emirates Airbus A380 has this real big specialty, and that's the showers on board. And not only one shower, but 2. So this is the shower room, and look over here, there's already the amenities here, but there's hanger, and then there's the amenities. You have like beauty products by Voya, cream and shower lotion and so on, and shaving stuff and toothbrush, tooth gel and so on, some flowers, and then there's idealized picture of Dubai, then some little washcloth here and some perfume by Bulgari. And by the way, that's for men and for ladies, and they also have that actually in the washrooms, in the lavatories, in the business class. But now the highlight, of course, is the shower itself. Now look at this. I'm so looking forward to have a shower later on. So here's the shower. I think you have 3 or 5 minutes shower time. I will find out a little later, because of course I will use the shower. If you like my flight and travel reports, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it right now with the bell notification. It costs you just 1 click. I'm really happy, and you're making a big difference for the future of this channel. So that's one of the reasons why the A380 is so fantastic. You hardly hear real big noise. I mean, this is a huge plane taking off and you hardly hear anything big. Of course in the front more than in the back, but also in the economy class it's really not a loud plane. With a flight of just over 3 hours, timing on board is pretty crucial to the overall experience. Very soon after the start, the table was set and the appetizers were served immediately. I opted for Arabic mezze, which are particularly beautiful here. So we are starting here with appetizers, and that's Arabic mezze. And we're having here tabbouleh, baba ganoush, something I don't know, then kabeh, wine leaves, hummus, something with spinach, and I think this is mutabal, and then there's water, and later I'm gonna have some white wine, and of course you can always have champagne, and that's here Dom Perignon from 2008, so that's a really good champagne, and that you also get on short-haul flights. But one thing disappeared from the menu. The even more exclusive Dom Perignon Rosé champagne is not longer served, at least at the moment that is. Well, I guess it's needless to say that the quality of food here at Emirates First Class is really very good, and the Arabic mezze were very, very good, with only the exception of the bread. The flatbread is very, very dry. That saw the oven quite some time ago. Anyway, with it I'm having some white wine. That's a Chateau Olivier Blanc from 2014. Saglie, so that's from France. And it has a really very nice bouquet, very nice smell. Very, very special. And it tastes also very good. It's a medium-bodied wine, not so strong, but strong enough to survive on airplane air. With a different air pressure, with different, very dry air. This is really very nice wine that goes with the Arabic mezze. The entertainment system at Emirates is really fascinating. It's the biggest entertainment system in all airlines, and you have just an incredible amount of movies, of TV series, of audio programs, of CDs, of music, of podcasts, of games. It's just endless. And also sitting in economy for many hours, 10, 12, 14 hours, does not get boring. I spent so many flights on economy, many flights, and it got never boring. I was always looking forward to economy flight here, and you can spend your time watching TVs, binge watching TV series, because they show whole seasons.
And that's the same on all seats. It's called ICE. I stands for information, C for communication, and E for entertainment. When it comes to entertainment, there's an endless selection of movies, including not only current Hollywood blockbusters, but also from countless countries around the world. Within the TV programs, there's a similar amount of documentaries and, as I said, a large number of series, and here usually entire seasons. So you're not left alone after just 3 episodes. Funnily enough, I got to know some US series like Modern Family or The Middle before Netflix through Emirates, and I binge watched season after season over the years. When it comes to the music selection, the audio library is also incredibly large. There's music of all genres from all parts of the world, and in the case of classical music, they don't even shy away from 12-tone music. The headphones ensure that the music becomes a great sound experience even on the plane, because you'll have noise-cancelling headphones from Bowers & Wilkins. I didn't have the time for it on this flight as I was busy filming, but in my crazy first class experience 2 years ago, I was able to have this full audio experience that really blocks out the noise of the plane. The seat can also be operated with all functions from the tablet. All 4 lights in the suite can be adjusted, and just like in a hotel, you can press the Do Not Disturb button. Well, the main course has arrived, so let's close the door from the tablet.
Now I got the fish, and that's kingfish, and with it I got also sweet potatoes, but most importantly this wine. And I ordered this wine also because I was just very curious how it's gonna taste like, because the description says it has aromas, intense aromas of oyster shell, among others. So I really wanted to try it, and it's actually very true. It does have aromas of oyster shell and hazelnut and nectarine, they say. Well, it tastes really good. Of course, it doesn't taste like oysters, and it tastes, according to the description, after lemon, green apple, and it's full-bodied and creamy, which is true actually. When you drink it, you read it before, you really believe it. It's true. A really nice wine. Another famous and really nice feature here is the bar in the seat. You have this little bar here. I mean, it's not chilled, but it's really spectacular, and it's not only nice to watch, but also you can serve yourself from here. And I just ordered some ice cubes here, so the flight attendant doesn't have to run up and down all the time just because I want to have something more to drink. So, although they would love to do that, of course. And anyway, I can serve myself here with Perrier and the ice cubes, and I'm just happy. Well, and the fish here really tastes very, very good. It's kingfish and in a very nice sauce. It's got a very good and strong taste as fish, but just really delicious. And you know, in the air it's a little difficult because the air, the dry air and the different air pressure makes some taste just disappear. But this is really good. Really nice dish.
There were a total of 4 different main dishes to choose from on this flight. Kingfish, chicken biryani, a vegetarian dish and veal cheeks.
Well, on Emirates First Class, of course, you can order anything you like from the menu at any time you wish, also in every order you wish. Anyway, I wanted to try also the veal cheeks, and that's what I got now. Here they are. I just skipped the third wine because I don't need to have red wine right now, but this I want to try. And of course they're wonderful. They're super soft, very mild aroma, and just very nice to eat.
Of course, the selection of red wines is also very good, and by the way, there are always wines that are not listed.
Well, on a short flight like this one of 3 hours, you really have to make the best of your time. You have to concentrate on what you would like to eat and what you would like to drink. The nice thing actually with Emirates, they have the wine list before the flight already, so you can decide already what you would like to choose on your flight, and so you're prepared a little bit. And also I hope you don't have to film like me, so that also saves some time. And well, you can just enjoy the nice dinner, the nice food, the nice drinks, and then of course you have to bring yourself back in the life flight position just to get the feeling of it. And of course you need to take the shower, because on this 3-hour flight you still have the time to take a shower, and that's fine. They do that for you. And well, I think that's more important than having a nice dinner or a nice lunch, because you can eat everywhere or anywhere, but you don't have so many chances to take a shower up in the sky unless you have a private jet with a shower. That's another story, but yeah, I don't know so many people who have that. Thank you very much. And we're having dessert. I just ordered some double espresso, then I'm getting this beautiful pistachio dessert, and I think the highlight is this beautiful 40-year-old port wine. Look at the color, it's just amazing. Well, I have to be really fast now because they just said I have to use the shower right now or I don't make it anymore. I just need to say that this pistachio dessert here is just phenomenal. It's so good. I've never tasted anything like this before. It's moist and wonderful taste, amazing pistachio taste. I want to bathe in it. And the port wine with it is also just phenomenal. The color and the smell and I mean the taste. The taste is just beyond amazing.
But now we've come to the clear highlight of Emirates First Class on the A380. The shower spa.
Well, if you've seen my flight reports, you've seen that I always, when I go to the lavatory, we start with closing the door, of course. But this one, it's very different because it's such a nice and large lavatory with shower included. Not just the wash basin and toilet, but also shower. So as you've seen already, we have a nice hanger here. There's even a TV screen, and then we have the amenities here and a towel with an orchid, fresh orchid, and then you get an amenity kit. And actually on this flight you don't get an amenity kit, but when you go here in the shower you get an amenity kit, so that's really nice to know. So here's the toilet under this cover, and then we have the wash basin, all the beautiful perfumes by Bulgari, and then especially the shower. And the time for the water is 5 minutes, and you can, oh look, there's orchids in there. And the time for the water is 5 minutes, and you can stop the water, you can just foam yourself and then continue with the water. So I think that's quite a nice time, and now I'm really excited having a shower on more than 10 kilometers in the air. Really impressive. My premiere this year. Well, as I said already, the first class on the Airbus A380 of Emirates is in the front of the plane on the upper deck. And that's why I'm standing here. I'm just standing here in front of this beautiful little fountain. And on the other side, you have the showers, left and right. And actually down there, there's the stairs that goes down to the economy class. The whole lower deck is economy class. And by the way, it's really nice to sit there too. And the Emirates business class on the A380 is absolutely excellent and awaits you in the rear area with another highlight, namely the famous onboard bar. Back to first class, where you're greeted with fresh tea after the shower at the fountain if you have more time. Well, the shower experience was really fantastic. I mean, I couldn't do it very long because we are actually already approaching into Dubai, but it was a really great experience. And I mean, where can you take that? Where can you take a shower so far up in the sky? Nowhere except for here at Emirates First Class. And that's why I would also always choose the Airbus A380 instead of the Boeing 777. I had already the joy and honor to fly on the Boeing 777, not on the Game Changer, but the regular first class. But I mean, they don't have the shower, and I mean, you can sit nicely anywhere in the world, but you can never take a shower up in the air, except for here on the Airbus A380 of Emirates First Class. So that's a total recommendation. And I mean, you will have more time than me because you won't be filming like me like crazy. So you will have for sure the full time, I think half an hour, you're allowed to go in there in the shower to really enjoy it all. But what will you not get on shorter routes that would be part of long-haul journeys? Well, first of all, the choice of dishes is smaller on short routes. On this short flight, there also wasn't that small snack basket at the seat, but there's more enough to eat anyway. There's no caviar service on shorter routes, and by the way, also not on many medium-haul flights, for example on some early morning flights to Europe. Well, even if it's chic, I find an excellent cooked meal more exciting than just opening a can of caviar. If you don't use the little trick I showed you, you also won't receive an amenity kit on short flights. A pity, because that's basically something really nice as a souvenir or as a gift. And finally, there's also no pajamas in first class on short flights, and they're actually super comfy and come with incredibly soft slippers. Here too, on a flight of 3 or 4 hours, and at night, you can have them on request. On long-haul flights, however, all this is part of the journey. You can see this completely different flight experience in my report on the 14-hour long haul on Emirates First Class to Canada. Now, how much did this flight cost? A first-class flight from Cairo to Dubai costs a bit over $2,000 one way. I paid with miles I had previously earned on many Emirates flights, and I topped up the rest with points from my American Express card. This flight costs 52,500 miles, however, it was part of a longer journey, namely from Cairo via Dubai to Toronto, for a total of 150,000 miles. By the way, you already pay almost 140,000 miles from Dubai to Toronto alone, so the additional flight from Cairo to Dubai didn't cost me much extra in this case. Thank you very much for the joy. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So, this was the report about Emirates First Class on shorter flights. I hope it was really valuable for you. You got good information out of this report, and if yes, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. There's lots of really exciting airline reports coming up, and also hotel reviews and destination reports. So please stay tuned and see you again very soon here at Travel, Sing, Fly.